Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline and today I am going to be doing a nose job Q&A slash nose job experience video. I kind of just wanted to share with you guys my whole journey and kind of talk to you guys about what I went through. Yeah, so let's just get right into the video. Okay guys, so before we start this video, I just want to say that I am fully 100%, 110% fully satisfied with my results. I am so in love with the way my nose looks. Literally, the doctor did an amazing job. If you guys can see how it looks, I feel like I still look like myself, and that's what I mostly like about it, that I still look like me. Like, I still feel like myself. My face didn't really change that much, just like my side profile view, and I don't know, I'm so in love with it. And yeah, so it's been approximately about a month since I got my surgery. I got my surgery on December 9th and today is the 3rd of January. Where should I start? I guess I'm gonna start since the time I booked my appointment. So I had already booked my appointment since August. I had messaged my doctor and pretty much I had told him that I wanted to get my nose job with him. I messaged him through via Instagram and he responded. I gave him my deposit. Everything was done. Everything was set for the day of December 9th. I guess I'll start with how I found my surgeon. So literally, I've been doing research ever since I was 16 years old. Ever since I was 16, I have been doing my research, watching YouTube videos, Googling, like literally everything I've been doing. You don't want to go to the first surgeon you see. That's another advice I would give you guys, is don't go to the first surgeon you see. You have options. Go to a lot of different consultations. It took me a while, literally 4 years, to find a doctor, but I finally found him and I'm so grateful that I went through all of it and that I actually did my research, because if I wouldn't have done that, probably my nose would have been botched or it would have been like something totally different. So yeah, as I said, ever since I was 16, I was researching. I went to a lot of different consultations. I also wanted to say I was looking for doctors in Texas and in Mexico. The reason I was looking into Mexico was because it was obviously way more affordable. So here in Texas, I just never found a surgeon I liked. I don't know, I just never found anyone that I was just like, yeah, he does really good work. So whenever I was searching in Mexico, I found a few surgeons here and there that I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I went to a couple consultations in Mexico. I went in consultations in Querétaro, I went in Hidalgo, I went in Mexico City, I went in Sinaloa. Literally, I went everywhere to find a doctor. And finally, I came across this Instagram page of a doctor in Monterrey, Nuevo León, and I fell in love with his work. Everything, he would post pictures from the before and after, and literally all the pictures would amaze me. I would be like, oh my god, like this is the type of work I want to get done. I mostly liked his work because it looked very, very natural, and for some people that might not be their taste, but for me, I just wanted a very, very natural looking nose. I didn't want to look totally different. I wanted a very natural result, and that's what he does. I had a consultation with him via Instagram. Actually, we video chatted, and ever since that first video chat, I was like, this is it, like this is my doctor. I want to get my nose job with him. Like, he just gave me this I don't know how to describe it, but I automatically knew that it was him that I wanted to get my nose job done with, which is so weird because I didn't even know the guy, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even have the consultation in person. Yeah, I was like, yep, it's with him. And so after that, I put in my deposit and everything was scheduled, you know. So after that, you know, I was just kind of waiting for the day to come, and I booked my bus ticket to Monterrey. I, you know, had everything set. I was never really scared. That's another question that people ask me, is like, were you scared? Like, how did you feel? Like, and stuff like that. But I never felt scared, you know. I never felt like, well, maybe just a little bit nervous, but I always knew that this is what I wanted, and I was more like excited than nervous. I kind of just wanted to get everything over with already, and yeah, and I just went in there. So the day of the surgery, I had my surgery at 8 in the morning. I got there at 7 and they took me in. I remember right at 7 they were like, here, change. They gave me the little hat and the little gown and everything, and I changed. I laid on the bed, and all the nurses came in the little room I was in, and they all presented themselves to me. I don't know why, but that literally made me feel so secure, having all these people like in the room, like presenting themselves, saying, hey, this is me, you don't have to worry, like, you'll be fine and everything. I just felt so good about it, you know. And the doctor came in, he was like, do you have any more questions? Like, we're gonna be going into surgery soon. And I was like, no, I'm fine, like, everything is good. So yeah, so I really didn't wait that long, probably like 30 minutes before they had put me into surgery. So what I was mostly scared about of the whole thing was getting put under anesthesia. I had never been under anesthesia before, so I was kind of like, how is this gonna work? Like, what if I wake up, you know? Like, I was just having so many doubts and stuff. And the anesthesiologist came in and he was like, you'll be fine. Literally, he put the anesthesia, or the IV, he put it in my hand. So I had it right here in my hand. Literally, guys, it did not hurt at all. I didn't feel anything. And that's crazy, because whenever I saw these videos of nose jobs and stuff, people were like, oh no, the IV is the worst, like, it hurts so much and blah blah blah. But honestly, guys, I did not feel anything. It literally felt like nothing. So the pain was literally like a -2. So yeah, so he put in the needle, and then he put in this like funny juice, I guess you could say. They were like, okay, so we're gonna put this stuff, it's gonna make you feel, you know, happy and stuff. And I was like, okay. So they put that in, and I just remember like dozing off. I was just like, whoa, like, I felt so weird. And they pushed the little cart, and then they were like, I remember one of the nurses, she was like, Jacqueline, how do you feel? And I was like, I feel good. And then after that, boom, I don't remember a thing after that. It's so crazy how anesthesia could really get you. Like, I don't even remember when they put the anesthesia in, because I just remember them putting in that like funny juice. So yeah, that's so crazy. Like, after that, I was gone. And whenever I woke up again, I remember the nurse was like, like, hi, how are you and stuff. And I was like, is this surgery over? Like, what happened? She was like, yeah, it's over, like, we're all done, your nose came out amazing, like, yeah, we finished. And I was like, oh my god, like, I didn't even know that my nose was already done, because I was literally like, I guess they had put me like pain medications before I woke up, that I literally didn't feel no pain, nothing whatsoever. And I just remember feeling so dizzy and so extremely nauseous. Yeah, that was probably the worst of the whole surgery. That was me waking up, was probably the worst part, because I felt so dizzy and so nauseous from the anesthesia. So yeah, so that's just a little thing that I want to put out there, that I literally felt like I was dying, because the room felt so dizzy. When I woke up, I threw up blood. The reason I threw up blood was because I had they're called coagulations, I think, something like that, but it's pretty much blood from the surgery. So whenever they do your nose job, blood goes down your throat and stuff, and that's what I threw up that day. And I was freaking out, because I was like, why am I throwing up blood? Like, this is insane. But they were like, no, this is normal, like, you're good, this is all normal. I was like, okay. Like, I was just like trusting them. And after that, like, I literally felt so dizzy, and I still felt nauseous after throwing up blood. So they were like, you know what, you can't leave yet. So I had to stay. I think I woke up like around 11, and I stayed till 3 in the afternoon. So I stayed there a pretty good time, because I wasn't feeling so well. So pretty much after that happened, I like every like 10 minutes I felt like throwing up. So the nurses came into the room, and they were like, they checked on me and stuff, and they noticed that I had some rashes all over my chest. And the nurse, like, one of the nurses started freaking out. She was like, oh my god, like, you're getting rashes, like, you probably got an allergic reaction to the medication that they put at the end. And I was like, oh my god, like, I was like, imagine, I was like freaking out, like. And so she called the anesthesiologist, and she was like, she's throwing up, like, she's feeling really nauseous, like, she's doing pretty bad, she has rashes and stuff. And then he told her to, he was like, just give her more medication, she'll be fine and stuff. And so they gave me more medication. So yeah, so that medication made me fall asleep. And yeah, after that, I woke up, and finally I was feeling much better after the medication, and finally I got up, and after that I went home. So yeah, so during those days of recovery, I think the worst days were probably the second and the third day. I don't know if you guys have seen my vlogs, I totally recommend you guys go watch them, because I kind of explain how I felt each day. And yeah, so the first day I didn't feel that bad. I still felt a little bit dizzy from the anesthesia that day. Even when I got home, I still felt really dizzy. But pretty much I didn't really feel any pain or anything. I was taking my medications every 4 hours, I believe, or every 8 hours, I don't remember. But yeah, I was hanging in there, you know. So yeah, the first day wasn't that bad. The second and the third day were the days that I was just having it. I was really having it. But I did get a little bit of bruising. My nose was stuffed to the max. Like, literally, I had blood all up in my nose, like boogers, like everything was clogged into my nose, and I couldn't breathe. And I think that's what made it kind of difficult for me, because it's hard just breathing from your mouth, sleeping from your mouth. Like, it was very uncomfortable. But yeah, the whole recovery process, it was not painful at all. It was just very, very uncomfortable. You get dry mouth, and my throat was dry like every second of the day. It was literally not cute at all. But I got through it, and yeah, it's really all worth it at the end, because literally at the end you get results. And yeah, I mean, with any surgery, you have to think about that. In any plastic surgery, you have to go through it, you know. There's no way around it. You have to go through the ugly to get to the pretty and stuff. And yeah, it was a little tough, but I got through it. By the 5th day, I was already feeling much better. The 5th day is actually the day that they took off my cast and everything. Guys, oh my god, whenever he took off the cast, it hurt so much, because my bone, like my skin and my bone, was still very, very tense. It felt, oh, it was very painful. But what was the most painful was whenever he took out the stitches. My boyfriend didn't record that part, but guys, if anything was painful throughout the surgery, it was those stitches. Whenever he pulled out those stitches, I don't know if it's because he took them out earlier, or because supposedly what I've seen is that the 7th day is the day that you're supposed to get your cast off and your stitches, but he did it the 5th day. So I'm not sure if it was because he took them out earlier than he should have, but they hurt like, oh my god, that's probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. I'm not even kidding you. Getting those stitches out from my nose was literally so painful. And yeah, but I was bleeding. I think whenever he took them out, like one of my nostrils was like bleeding. It was not cute. But yeah, so whenever he did my nose job, he did an incision on the middle right here, and that's where I had my stitches. But as you guys can see, I have no scarring whatsoever, which I'm so happy about, because I think that's what people get mostly scared about, is the scarring and the stitches and stuff like that. But no, it really isn't that bad, guys. As you can see, I have no scarring whatsoever, and I don't have any makeup underneath my nose because it's still really tense right there. And after that, we went back home, and we stayed like another 2 days in Monterrey, and then we flew back over here to Texas. And here I recovered all the rest of the days. Again, the recovery process whenever I got here to Texas, it went by so smooth, really. I was already feeling much better. The bruising had gone away completely whenever I got here, and yeah, it was just me resting. All these past couple of weeks I've just been resting and stuff like that. So yeah, so now onto the questions, because I did get some questions. So someone asked, how much did your nose job cost? And as I said, in Mexico, nose jobs are way cheaper than here in the United States. From here in the United States, it runs around $8,000 to $12,000. I know it's a lot, but in Mexico I got quotes from $1,000 all the way to $4,000. So it really just depends on who you go with. I don't want to say how much I paid because, again, if you go, people are going to give you different pricing, and it's just different for everyone. Especially it depends on the surgeon. It depends on what procedure you're getting. You know, some people just get nose jobs, some people get septoplasties and stuff like that, and it really just depends. Another person asked, was it painful? And no, it wasn't painful. As I said, it was just a lot of discomfort. The most painful part was whenever I got the stitches out, but the whole surgery process and the recovery process was not painful. It was just mostly discomfort. Who was your doctor? Okay, so this is probably the question that everyone has been asking, but my doctor was Dr. Alfonso Reyes. He's located here in, well, not here, but he's located in San Pedro, Monterrey, Nuevo León. Specializes in the nose, and that's another important reason why I chose him, because all he does is noses. You know, he doesn't do boobs, he doesn't do lipo, he doesn't do any of that. All he does is noses, and the ears. I think he does the ears. So yeah, he's very specialized. He's very passionate about doing noses, and that's all he does. So that's why I chose him. So if you're looking into getting a nose job, I highly recommend you look for a doctor that is specialized in the function and the aesthetic, because you don't want to mess your nose up internally. So yeah, so that is it. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to DM me or just comment them down below and I'll answer them for you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram and Snapchat, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.